Here's 3 ways to stay motivated when business gets tough. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shaniqua. I'm the owner of Sheaniq Skin Care. I'm a real estate investor, and today I want to talk about 3 ways for you to stay motivated when it gets tough in business. So, if you watch my videos, you're probably going to see me discuss probably 3 core topics all the time because they really do connect to everything that I'm about to say. So, the first thing is to identify what actually has you feeling unmotivated. I actually made a video talking about self awareness and why it is so important in business. And if you haven't checked it out, I encourage you to go check it out. But the reason why I say self awareness is so important because it is so much easier for you to identify exactly how you're feeling, what's wrong, what shortcomings may be happening. It's easier for you to identify what's going on internally when you are more self-aware. So again, if you don't really have a lot of self-awareness, you're not ever really going to be able to figure out what's wrong, and really you're just going to be guessing. And when you're guessing, it's kind of hard to hone yourself back in and form any real strategy. So the first step is always to identify what are you feeling and what actually has you unmotivated. The second thing is to make adjustments. And coming from a person who is a very routine oriented person, um, this is not always easy to do, but it is sometimes necessary, especially in business, because sometimes you could be so laser focused on one path and one goal that you might not see that you actually might need to make adjustments, not just for yourself, but for your business and for the growth of your business. So once you have identified what's wrong, then it's time to make the adjustments. I will give an example. So for me, again, I have to be very mindful of my posting schedule, when I record content, when I'm at the kiosk, when I go to networking events. All of these things, I'm very mindful of how much I do and when I go and where I go, because I know that if I do too much of one thing, then it could have an adverse effect. And then I could start to feel burnt out. I could start to feel unmotivated. And then I'm not showing up at all. And one thing that you do not want for your business is for you not to show up and for you to tarnish your reputation. So once you identify what's wrong, start making small changes and see if they actually help. And the third thing is going to be to reflect. And I'm going to discuss this from 2 perspectives. The first perspective is one, reflect on the small changes that you have actually made. Determine if the changes have actually had a positive or a negative impact on you and your business. If it hasn't, then clearly you need to make a bit more adjustments. But if it has, continue to lean into that. The second perspective is to reflect on how far you've actually come in your journey and in your business. Sometimes we feel so unmotivated because we're so focused on where we're at and where we're going to go that we don't actually take any time to reflect on where we've been and where we've come from. And I know for all of us, that has truly been a long way. So make sure that you reflect on your journey as you continue in your business and in your well-being and your self-care, and make sure that you're always reflecting on where you've come from and also where you're going. And make sure to always add a sprinkle of positivity in there. So I hope that this helps you like it has helped me. Again, my name is Shaniqua. I'm the owner of Sheaniq Skin Care. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more.